Hi, I'm Quentin Schultz, author of the book Communicate Like a True Leader, and also a longtime professor of communication, and author of books like this book that I just mentioned to you, and speaking and mentoring and all of these things that are communication related and leadership related. And my topic for you as a leader or aspiring leader right now is simple but profound. In your communication, offer hope. Give hope through the words you speak, through the time you spend with people, through the listening that you do of others. Give hope. We are living in a time where many people are giving up on hope. Hope is in short supply. Hope is being knocked off by all kinds of people that are highly critical, highly cynical. People who condemn other people who condemn institutions, people who have given up on all kinds of organizations. It is a sad time. Where do we find hope? I know people who have given up on their families. They don't have anything to do with the families that they grew up with. They're totally estranged from them. I know people who have left their churches and left the church overall. I know people who started out in school and were students of mine and did extremely well, and they went forward and they got graduate degrees, and then they got into doctoral programs to become a PhD, and they gave up hope. They said, this is a bunch of nonsense. And maybe there was some reason, some basis for that. But I tell you this, it was primarily because they did not have teachers and faculty and mentors around them that were giving them hope. We can get into any part of life these days. Let's say the most fundamental, like being a parent. And if there are not people around us that are giving us hope, we tend to give up. It's difficult. We get hope in two ways. One is by watching people that give us hope because they are accomplishing the things that we would like to accomplish. This is so important. Our lives speak to others hope when others see in us reasons for hope. So you live your life as a leader in a way that is worthy of others, quote unquote, imitating, looking up to, being like. In your organization, in your family and beyond, give hope by how you perform. And then give hope by words, by speaking that hope. Now, the most important way I have found in recent years, given the way modern culture and society are, to give hope through language to people is to encourage them when they do little things well and rightly. Little things. When my grandson does a little thing really well, I say, wow, that's good, Elliot, that's good. Keep it up. Little things well. If we wait around to encourage people until they do the big things well, we are not going to be giving much real hope through our language. We give hope starting with those little things, the little things. You know, I learned this as a teacher because I would start the semester with new students and I would get that first round, let's say, of papers. And sometimes I would get a paper that was a disaster. You know, an essay, and the student didn't know how to write an essay. And I go, whoa, what happened? Well, maybe they were short on time or whatever. They didn't understand the assignment. There are all kinds of reasons. But sometimes I could tell they just didn't know the very basic things that they need to know about writing an essay. So, rather than give them a grade which would demolish them, I wanted to be able to give them hope. So I write a note, hey, see me about this. Now that's a little troublesome right there. I might scare somebody, but then I would see them at class and I say, hey, I got your paper. I want to talk with you about it. When can you talk? And I would do it with a smile because I care about them. And set up a time they'd come in and say, hey, I don't want to give you a grade on this because it's not going to be a great grade. I wouldn't say to them it's going to be an F or it's rotten or you really missed it. I'd say, hey, Here's the thing. I'd like to see you do better. And so I want to start with you and work with you to take a look at this and say, hey, what are the main parts of this that you are trying to communicate so I understand you? I'm not sure I understand you. See, I'm putting some of the burden on me. And then I would say, let's see if we can reformulate this, come up with a little organizational structure, the 2 or 3 main points or whatever. Let's have you kind of rework on it with that in mind. And I'd say, let's do an outline first. So you go back and do an outline, give it to me at the next class. We'll look at that. I'll take a look at it. We'll work on it together. A little step, an outline. And then I would be able to give them some positive feedback. This is coming along. You got a real outline for a real essay here, and continue on. We start with the small bits of encouragement in life with other people around us. And in that, we are giving them hope. Now, with someone around us, let's say they're working for us or with us, and they're already doing a lot of great things, but they up their game a little bit. And they try something new. And it's not the best, but it is better than what they had been doing before. There is a sign of hope. And we need to encourage them on that little take. Encouragement. One of my heroes, really, in the whole field of leadership, servant leadership, is Robert Greenleaf. And I take my view of leadership largely from him, servant leadership. And he writes about this a little bit. I quote from the beginning of the chapter in my book called Affirming Hope. He says, I am hopeful for these times despite the tension and conflict, because more natural servants are trying to see clearly the world as it is and are listening to prophetic voices. By that he meant people who are speaking the truth, that are speaking now, speaking the truth now. He was finding hope in that. And you can do that too, through encouragement by how you live as a leader and what you say. You can speak the truth in a way that builds people up and become an even greater leader. You can do it, and please do it. All right, if you like this little video, let me know down below. If you don't like it, let me know. Give me some comments there. Maybe subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a copy of my book, Communicate Like a True Leader, then please see the link below to Amazon and buy a copy. It's not expensive. And if you'd like to get in touch with me personally, go to my website, QuentinSchultz.com. You can find my email address and fire me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Be a leader who gives hope. Thank you.